Welcome to the Tikit demo series. In today's presentation, we're going to work through and highlight one of the ITIL processes named Service Request Management and see how Tikit works through managing different types of service requests in your business. Those could be new hires, those could be software requests, hardware requests, whatever service request process you may have in your business. Today's presentation, we're going to work from two personas. On the left-hand side here, we're going to work from Adele's persona. She's the end user. She'll be asking for stuff from the business. And on the right-hand side here, we'll be working from Diego's perspective, and he's the agent, and he'll be receiving requests from the business. Now, Tikit can create and work through any ITIL service request process. As I mentioned, new hire, software requests, hardware requests. We have lots of videos highlighting different types of requests. But for today's presentation, we'll do a software request so you can see how that feels. Now, a service request can be initiated by either the end user or the agent. And in today's presentation, I'm going to highlight it starting from the end user, but I want this audience to know that it can be initiated from the agent side as well. So Adele needs Adobe Photoshop, and she's going to ask for that from the business. Now, she can ask for that in Teams. She can ask for it in the end user web portal or via email, but we'll do it starting off in Teams here. And we'll go to what we call Tikit Virtual Agent, which is the end user home, where an end user can ask for things from the business, and she'll say, I need Adobe Photoshop. Now, Tikit Virtual Agent is going to search my business's knowledge engine, and we know that this means that the end user wants to request software. So we're going to present Adele with a software request form. And you'll see here that I'm going to present her with a few options that I've created in the form designer, very simple form designer, to be able to ask these types of questions. So you need Adobe Photoshop. What's the reason? I need to edit some pics for a project. When you need it installed, you need it today, because every end user needs it right when they ask for it. And we'll submit this request. Now, this software request in my business has a couple of the natural alignments to what a typical service request process would be required from an ITIL vocabulary perspective. So when this is submitted, in my business, this ticket has some business properties around it. Specifically, all software requests are managed by the desktop team. So you'll see that this ticket was dropped into the desktop channel, which is associated to my desktop team, or my desktop support group. I've also assigned this directly to Diego automatically, because in my business, at least, Diego handles all the software requests here. I've also captured all the questions and answers from that form, and given the opportunity for this process to be reviewed based upon the information provided us to by the end user. I also have what's called a life cycle associated with this, and we're going to highlight this in Teams in the web, but a life cycle is the ability to provide phases and governance around a ticket. And you'll see specifically I'm in phase 1, which is my approval phase here. And you notice this on Adele's side, but Adele was made aware that in order for this software request to be approved, we need to have someone approve it. And in my example here, just to containerize this presentation, we've made a requirement of 2 approvers. Sorry, one approver of 2, Diego or Alex. Now, Diego also received a notification from Tikit Virtual Agent letting him know that there is an approval required for this software request. Now, the approval itself can be actioned in a couple of different places. It can be actioned in Teams, it can be actioned in the web or email, all given to you out of the box. I'm going to approve this in Teams, and then I'm going to show you what this looks like in the web so you get a feel for how that visually flows on the website. So when I approve this, what you'll see here is that Diego's going to be given a visual verification that it's been approved. Adele will then be made aware that it's been approved, and then we'll move this process forward. Now, phase 2, at least in my business for software requests, is the go deploy software phase. And in that phase, there's actually a task being sent out. Now, again, to containerize this demo, I made that task assignment for Diego. And you'll see here, Diego has received the deploy software to end user task. he can move this forward in Teams, but he also can do it in the web as well. And again, I'm going to transition over to the web so you can feel how that feels in the product here in Tikit. So this ticket's been created, software requests, capture some questions and answers. We've moved this process forward a phase. What we'll do is now move over to the web experience here for the agent. And what we'll see here is the ticket agent portal. Now let me refresh this to bring all my tickets in here. And then here's ticket 1533, which was that software request. Now, in the ticket agent portal, we have a little bit of a different experience, difference in experience in Teams. Teams provides and services data in a very specific way, and in the web, we get a little bit more full window view. So we surface data in different ways. So ticket 1533 is a service request. We need Adobe Photoshop. The requester is Adele. Also, there is a lifecycle called software request around this, and it's currently in the deploy software to end user phase here. Now I can go over to ticket 1533 and I can take a look at the details of that ticket. And you'll see here that this ticket has that lifecycle, and we're sitting in phase 2, which is the deploy software to end user phase. And if I take a look at the custom form answers here, you can see the questions and answers that Adele asked when she was fulfilling that request. Now, also in this process, I'm given visibility to this task in a couple different places. So in the web, I can go directly to the ticket and see that me, Diego, have something to do, in this particular case, deploy the software to the end user. I can also go to a couple of views on the left-hand side here, my work or my group work, and be able to see everything that's assigned to me. So ticket 1533 has a couple of elements. One, the ticket's directly assigned to Diego here, but you also see that Diego has a task here, deploy software to end user. Now I can be specific in this view, and I can say, just show me the tickets assigned to me, or the tasks, or the approvals. And I'll see that ticket 1533 has that task assigned to me. And when I drop into that task, what you'll see here is the ability to be brought into the ticket, directly into that phase, directly into that task for Diego to go action that item here. And then when ready, let's say that Diego were to fulfill this request, he can review the information and maybe installs the software, and then he completes the actual task here. So again, the idea here is that Tikit can align to any ITIL process, but specifically in these examples, a service request. And those service requests can be anything, a new hire process, a software request, a hard request, any type of service request you may have in your business. We can put life cycles around those service requests. We can capture custom questions and answers around those service requests and really wrap around any of your business aligned processes. I want to thank you for watching today's presentation. If you have any other questions, please email team@tikit.ai.